Hey, good afternoon, people of God. It's me, Kendra Sykes. I'm here on this lovely day, and I just feel in my spirit to sit and do a quick message for my wives. I just want to share my testimony and also give you guys some encouragement as well. So, the message of today is learning how to pray and war on the behalf of our husbands and our families. As a wife, we have to learn to pray before things happen. A lot of times we find ourselves trying to pray whenever all hell breaks loose in our marriage. But if we were praying like we supposed to before things happen, and a lot of the things we would be going through today would have been prevented. Trust me, I know. You're looking at somebody that wasn't always that best wife. I wasn't a Proverbs 31 woman my whole time being married. I guarantee. Me and my husband, we dealt with a lot. My husband was addicted to drugs. My husband was abusive, and I was abusive to him as well, spiritually as well as verbally, because of the lot of hurt and pain he put me through. I didn't trust him, so I wasn't able to be submissive at the time. And I didn't know I didn't know what it took to be a Proverbs 31 praying woman. Not knowing that when I said I do, that I made a vow to God first. I made a vow to God to put him first because, marriage is sacred to God. That we are an example of the marriage of the church, husband and wife. So we have to learn how to seek God first and allow him to be the center of our marriages. So I'm here today to tell you guys, listen, you have to find yourself on your face for your husband. Pray, lift him up, build up his ego, stroke him. We don't know, a lot of times our husbands, they may be dealing with things that's unspoken. Sometimes we may go through financial differences, and our husbands, they feel they can't provide the way they want to, so they stress out. And sometimes they won't tell us because they have to be that strong man for our family, but they do deal with those things. So us as wives, we have to learn how to pray for our husband's strength each and every day. Pray for his protection. Pray for his mind. Pray for his body. Pray for his soul. Pray for the work of his hands. Pray for his ministry. Pray for his relationship with God. Okay? Like I said before, we dealt with a lot, and God had asked me. I was on the verge of getting a divorce. I just felt like I didn't want to deal with it no more. I didn't have the strength to pray. I didn't have the strength to do anything. I was just flat out tired. And we separated. He wasn't at the house for a very long, wasn't at the house for a long time. He was out doing this thing. And God ended up speaking to me at the time of him being gone. He asked me, "How bad do you want your marriage?" Because I'm getting ready to do some things, but how bad do you want your marriage? And I'm like, well, God, listen, of course I want my marriage, but I'm just tired of going through these things. And God had told me to stop worrying of trying to save my husband and focus on myself. Allow him to do the work, because he can be restored. He will be restored. And I was like, okay, what do I have to do, God? And he told me to pray. Pray, y'all. Praying is the key to success in your marriage. Praying before things go bad. Praying before things get tough. Pray each and every day for your family, for your husband, for your children, for yourself as a wife. We need prayer. We need God to be the center of everything that we are doing in our marriage. So I found myself building me a war room. I fasted for my husband each and every day. I prayed for my husband for his strength on his behalf. I prayed and thanked God for his freedom and deliverance. Even before I seen it manifest, I just knew I had faith in God, because he already told me that my husband would be a preacher. My husband would have a deliverance ministry, but he's just going through some things. So I had to learn to pray him through that. That's what I was as a wife. I didn't know that at first. That's why a lot of things was happening, because I didn't know how to pray for my husband. Sometimes he would come in and be drunk, and I would get upset and start arguing with him and fussing with him. And then things get, it go further than that. But God says in his Bible that a gentle tongue turns down wrath. You see what I'm saying? If you want to learn to be quiet, submissive, a lot of the arguments will be dead. Now, I'm not telling you that you need to bow down to an abusive man. That's not what I'm telling you. Because things, before they get physical, it's verbal. If you were gentle and calm with any argument, I'm not even talking about your husband, with any argument, if you were to see somebody fussing at you and you learn how to be nice and kind and walk away, I guarantee you they wouldn't bother you no more. So I had to learn that, and it was time he would come in drunk and I'll be quiet, and I noticed that he felt safe. My husband one time sat on the couch after he came in, and instead he was so used to me just getting ready to go off, he was ready for it, just looking crazy, just looking mad. But instead, I went in over, asked him, and gave him a hug and asked him if he was okay. Do he need anything? And I know my husband just exhaled. He just took a deep breath in and was like, okay, I'm safe. And I noticed we went in bed and we laid down and everything was fine. So listen to me, and I'm example of oh my gosh, y'all, it was bad, y'all. But I'm example, look at us now. It's the same person that I sit here and I share ministry with. My husband is a preacher now. My husband is delivered and set free. We're just having an awesome time. Oh my gosh, our relationship is so much better because I allow God to be the center. Like I said before, before you be married, you put God first. You make a vow to God. It's not even about your husband. It's not about your husband, because you're not going to be judged on Judgment Day with your husband. You have to be judged for yourself. And I guarantee you, if you do everything right, if you be a righteous person on your behalf, I guarantee if your husband don't change, God will take care of it. Don't worry about him. Vengeance is the Lord's. He'll make a way out of it if your husband don't change. I guarantee you. But if you were to get on your face and pray, you will see a total difference and total transformation in your marriage. So I'm here to tell you today, I'm sorry to be long, but I'm so passionate as we have a marriage ministry now. It's called Locked In, because now we are locked in for Christ first and locked in with each other. A marriage is sacred. Marriage is just like an example of the marriage with God. It's a sacred relationship, and God honors marriage. That's why you think that he doesn't want you to get divorced. Okay? So marriage can be a success if you learn to pray. And as wives, we have to learn to pray for our husbands and our families. I'm not going to hold you too much longer. I pray you guys have an awesome day. I love you. You know where I'm at. If you need me for prayer for anything, I'm here. I don't care about fame. I don't care about likes. I don't care about none of that, but I have to get my message across. Because even one person, if I were to help one person today, God is satisfied with me. And that's all I care about. And again, I pray you guys have an awesome day. And I hope this message encourages you wives. Also, you husbands too. Learn to pray for your wives. You ain't off the hook now. You learn to respect and obey and pray for your wife and treat your wife right. Your prayers won't be hindered. You guarantee if you were to treat your wife wrong, your prayers will go hindered. It's in the Bible. Read it. So again, I'm not going to hold you guys longer. I pray you have an awesome day. I know I say it all the time, but I mean that. Okay. So you know where to reach me. Have an awesome day. Bye.